Hello and welcome, my lovely Virgo, my virgins, my hermit cards. Do you ever get lonely? I bet you do, kids, but you are doing so well. Welcome to my channel. I am the Queen of Clovers, the watcher, the encourager, the laissez-faire kind of helper. This is Virgo's April Aries season 2022 general reading. Remember, as with all general readings, please take what is yours and leave out all the rest. It'll be a 3-spread read. That'll be Oracle, Tarot, and Cartomancy. And if enamored by my reading, please like and subscribe. Let us get to it, Virgos. Just feel like you need to hear the message. The creature's paw. The creature's paw is a magical item. If I have the manga deck here, but I've been watching a lot of anime with my son, and like, you know, we're not watching Dragon Balls, but there are special items in myths, cartoons, anime lore that is basically the idea of this magic, not a magical feather, but this magical item that actually can increase your powers. And not to mention, this magical, very cherished item is likely to be of value. This creature's paw in your life is like an opportunity to actually have something of a little value, to really get somewhere. Because the cross here is like a crossroads. This is where you turn left or you turn right, you go front or you go back. Your whole life is not going to be the same. And so it's probably going to be inciting incident from some unusual item, the creature's paw. Spirit says, don't panic. Some of you might be watching TV, think like Searching for Bigfoot, or what is that mystery show with the guy, aliens, you know, it's always aliens, but it's something of that nature, that you just dabble or come across something very unique. Now you may actually become possession of this item, you actually may feel its power, but probably the most important thing you're going to think is that this is going to set your mind on a train of thought that is going to take you to a crossroads, and it is going to take you to a place of salvation. Basically, it's going to take you to a place where when people see you, they're going to know. They're going to know that you are you. There will be no doubt that you are someone else. I don't know how to explain that other than they are going to know you and be warmed by you, because how do I explain this? I guess I just do. There's this song that I grew up in church, in my Catholic church, and it is, you will know we are Christians by our love. And this is, whatever this builds in you is going to define you in a particularly exciting way. And it's going to be like a big definition. And I don't, some of you can actually be getting scars, but not, it's a kind of scar that, like, it's a moment in time that will adjust your life forever. If you've ever had cancer, you know, absolutely. I didn't even have like extreme real cancer. I still had the lumpectomy, I still had the fears, I still did the, what's that, methotrexate for the pain and the, like, for the, what is that called? You know, the prophylactic, whatever. It just wasn't, I didn't have to do chemo, radiation is basically what I'm saying. And what it comes down to is it's still insufferable facing mortality. You know, it doesn't have to be that big of a thing to be that big of a thing. 7 of Swords and Page of Pentacles. This is something sneaky, my darlings. Sneaking away with all the swords. Oh, I saw a great meme on the 7 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. Like, this is me taking all the swords, because, you know, Yeah, look at me. And then Nine of Swords followed with like, here's me trying to figure out where to put all these damn swords. You know, hanging them up on the wall. But apart from that, there's something here that Scorpio kind of got this too. The swords here, you see there's 2 swords here. This is the idea that you know something. This is not being deceptive, especially since this is your energy. You may be being deceptive with yourself, but you're getting the message of value. You're getting a Page of Pentacles. It's something physical. It's something important. But why is it so secret? Air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's also the King of Air. Oh, this could be your change in perspective. This is the highest initiate of perspectives and thought and learning. 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and the Death card. Yes. There's been something you've legitimately been protecting yourself against something. So you may be lying to yourself. Or you may have just looked at things a certain way that you later realize doesn't effing matter. One thing about being a spiritualist or spiritist, as I prefer to call myself, is that you begin to look at life apart from the way things should be. You literally just begin to entertain whatever, any option possible. The cards merely give us options, what may or may not be happening. And this is that whole flip of a perspective from this can't come together, this can't happen, these things should be kept apart, there's tension here. And there is even a protective nature, like, I got crap I've got to protect this, I've got to hold firm and not let anything in. I've changed my perspective, and now I can change everything and leave things behind. You know, sometimes you don't know somebody's been lying to you your whole damn life. You just believe them. Why would you believe they were lying? And then you kind of realize it's a house of cards at some point even. This is like a realization. And it's a hefty one because you realize you've been protecting yourself against the wrong persons. This is like a realization of the wrong villain. This is somebody put something in you. This is getting something put in your hand, Virgo, that you didn't expect from a certain somebody. And the person you expected it from is basically the person you thought was your enemy is probably your best friend, probably prays for you every night. And it is a perspective and a view that this could even be a parent that is incorrect. It's like, you know, that moment towards the end of the movie where you find out the truth and the girl runs to him and goes, oh my God, I thought this, and this. That's not true. You do love me, don't you? You know, it is entirely that thing. This is literally walking away. This Death card is literally, I could feel like you just like, you could turn to bones and ash and I would not look back. That's how like you've defended yourself against the wrong thing, and now that you've like let down your guard for whatever reason, because you have come into some kind of information with the 7 of Swords that cannot be denied, that is going to have to flip your position and make you realize how wrong you were. As terrible as that is, you don't have a moment to really enjoy that terrible tragedy of finding out that you were wrong, because you realize you've been betrayed by somebody. But here's the thing. There's a bit in here, Virgo, don't be terribly horrified by this again, because there's something in here like I would have liked to drop this witch with a capital B 10 years ago if I could have. It just is nothing but heartbreak, and I've been having to heal and break. You know, there are people, you can't have a true, you've let the heartbreak come in, is what Spirit is. Let that heartbreak rush in, because it won't hurt very long when you realize what you really, you can't waste any more time over this. You have got to heal. I have the Star card here. There could actually be a physical Aquarius in this equation that is helping you see properly. that is lighting the way and getting your heart moving again. Sometimes when I feel like the flow of the water from the star card, it feels like them adding enough water so that you have like your blood is full, so your heart can start beating again. And I really feel this is very hard for you because it's right next to the broken, the stabbed heart card. So you're actually going to heal from this pretty fast because there's a connection you've been withholding yourself from with this Lovers card, Gemini. There's a lot of air energy here because this is less about physical happenings and more about thought. People will not know, you know what? People will not understand you as much as you have been understood before because you are breaking from the molds that have cursed you with unhappiness. And that is breaking free from the molds that basically cause you unhappiness. And as soon as it's almost like as soon as you break away from this one concept, even for a moment, what if this person is wrong? What if this person isn't correct? Not necessarily that this person is an awful, evil witch with a capital B. There's not a lot of villains here, even though there is a sense of villainy here. Somebody probably did this out of love, which is really awful. But nonetheless, as soon as you flip that switch, you are able to heal. You are able to feel your heart pumping again. This is one of those things that makes you hold your breath and then, oh my God, I was scared because I realized I have to start breathing again, you know. But with the Lovers here, there is probably a fire sign, a Queen of Wands. Yo, I'm telling you now, but this isn't me. I don't really show up in a lot of readings. But Queen of Wands, that is a fire sign, a beautiful creature. And this Nine of Cups. Oh, you are the beautiful creature in this. Virgo, you are going to, you can light up your passions. You can light up your heart. You're going to have the Nine of Cups. And it's almost like a wish come true because now you can, it's like you can move freely. It's like you don't have to wear black anymore. You've been wearing it for 20 years since your dad died, you know, kind of thing. Very Anne of Green Gables for anyone who has a clue about that one. But it's just, I guess that's Anne of Avonlea. What was the one where she was the teacher? Whatever, in the girls' school with the big families. The Page of Wands in reverse. That's interesting because I told you you're picking up some fire energy. Oh. You will write about this and speak about this when you can perfect your life. The message is going to have to be seen. Remember I told you that people are going to know you deeply when they see you now. They're going to see the work that you have done and the difficulties you've been through that have led you to a very beautiful life. You do not need this message. Someone is going to try and beseech you, but it will be to beseech you with the Page of Wands in reverse. They were going to come to you in an immature way, probably with like some immature message, probably in an attempt to spoil the message, love messages that the message or the truth that you have discovered with the Seven of Swords. But it won't matter because you've worked on yourself too hard. You've come into this Queen of Swords. Damn. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, true pair in this reading. But more importantly, you can't be shattered because now you walk with your own truth. Doesn't mean you're trying to make a whole new religion either. But you are definitely walking with your own truth. And there's somebody here that could be the Moon card. It's somebody who loves surf and turf. I always think that when I pull the Moon card. It could be a Pisces or Cancer, but it's just, there is going to be a walking into the world the way it is, as opposed to the wrong way that it was seen improperly before, that is going to bring your lover close to you. It's not like you haven't had opportunities for love. It's just that there have been reasons perhaps, but it's just because you were coming from the wrong perspective. And now that you're adjusting this perspective, it's like your heart is practically open. You do not carry burdens of the past with you any longer. Let me see if I can find out some details about this lover, because frankly, it's kind of sweet. Whatever you're leaving behind, I don't know, it's like a declaration. And it's kind of a shocking declaration. I do have the Three of Swords here as a repeater card in reverse again. Or this is in the upright next to the Six of Cups. This is carrying pain from the past. When carrying pain from the past, wow. When carrying pain from the past, it's always like you're always fighting a ghost that's not there. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's always like you've been fighting somebody who, you've been basically fighting a war that's not even your own, but it's like basically everybody it's like somebody picked a villain randomly almost. It's fighting a war that you don't know what it's all about. And you're done. You're moving on to a life where people love, where people celebrate each other. Because there's love there, you will find it easily. I'm hearing that you will actually very swiftly and easily find love and new passion with the Ace of Wands. Once you change this, once you stop fighting this long fight, yeah, you don't even know what it's about anymore. It's kind of sad, but you were pulled into this. I do have the King of Wands here and the Three of... This is planning travel. This is planning a future and like a kingdom and a system of success. Because you've just about like run away from the past. Can I get a detail about this lover? Ooh. They're going to sweep you off your feet and directly into harmony and happiness. Once you change your mind and change your perspective, you can fly out of here faster than a witch with a capital B on a broom with a capital W. I'm kidding. Virgo, thank you for sharing your energy with me. This is kind of a big reading because a lot of you are just going to be so open-hearted to love. It's just going to rush in. And many different options, and options that have been waiting for this moment. Some people have been waiting for you, Virgo, and they are ready to rush in now that your heart is open. It's not very specific, but you got happiness right there available to you. You will be swept off your feet, though. That's what that means. Especially next to the Ten of Cups. If enamored by my reading, please like and subscribe. Again, thank you for sharing your energy with me. This was a great reading. And, till next time, my lovely Virgo, God bless.